Apparently the Jets they want to do something this offseason. What's up, fans? Early morning. I think it's like 9:30 while I'm recording this. I woke up. I saw some news on Twitter. There's some news from yesterday that I need to talk about. But I saw some news on Twitter and I was like, all right, these guys are going to get an early morning video. So you're going to get this video. And then, like I told you guys the other day or yesterday, I'm a live stream tonight. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So first thing I want to talk about is JaWuan James is going to the Denver Broncos 4 years, $52 million, $32 million guaranteed. There's no way on God's green earth the Dolphins are going to give him that money. He is the highest paid right tackle in the league right now. JaWuan James is solid. JaWuan James played well last year. Some games he played horribly, but some games he played well. Not worth 4 years, $52 million. I am sorry. The plus about this, though, is next year the Dolphins are definitely going to get probably the highest comp they could get with a third-round pick, which is pretty cool. We could use that to bundle to move up, to get Tua if we need to, if we tend to win more games than we should have. But yeah, JaWuan James going to the Denver Broncos, 4 years, $52 million, $32 million guaranteed. That is just, no. Nope, wasn't going to pay that much. Nope. Again, he's a solid right tackle. Is he worth that money? No. Broncos will find out. So the thing I really wanted to talk about, I got a lot to talk about. There's some moves. There's some move that literally just happened. I got my Twitter open. So if something does happen, I will throw it in this video. Yeah, so far, nothing. But yeah. So let's get into it. The Jets, they made some moves, getting the guard from the Raiders. They signed a corner. They signed Anthony Barr. And then they signed CJ Mosley this morning. CJ Mosley is getting 5 years, $85 million, $51 million guaranteed, at $17 million a year. So the Jets are really going all in with this offseason, huh? With free agency. So now the Jets have Anthony Barr and CJ Mosley. They're probably going to move on from Lee, either cut him or try to trade him. My thoughts on CJ Mosley. Well, Anthony Barr signing, I was like, all right, the Jets have a ton of money. They'll try to pick one of these guys up. So Anthony Barr going there, I'm like, all right, whatever. Anthony Barr, cool. But CJ Mosley, they paid him a lot, $17 million. The one thing I will say about CJ Mosley, one thing is that the Ravens wanted CJ Mosley back, but the Ravens were never going to give him the money that the Jets were going to give him. So that wasn't like, because I tweeted that out. That, there was a tweet out that Ravens wanted CJ Mosley back, but CJ Mosley, the Ravens weren't going to give CJ Mosley $17 million a year. 5 years, $85 million. I wanted CJ Mosley. You guys know I wanted CJ Mosley once he wasn't, franchise tagged and he was going to become a free agent. Not for that much. I told you guys that too. I'm going to talk about what the Dolphins are doing in free agency in a second. I just want to run down my list of people I want to talk about. But 5 years, $85 million. Beware, Jet fans. I know. Hey, I'm not gonna rain on your parade. I'm not gonna, make you guys, enjoy this. You guys are killing it in free agency with Anthony Barr, with CJ Mosley, with all the big moves. You got the guard from the Raiders. Like, you're making moves, but beware is all I'm saying. Don't start saying you're going to the playoffs. Don't start saying you're going to win the division. Don't start saying you're going to the Super Bowl. Beware. Dolphins got Ellerby from the Ravens a while ago. Thought, Ravens linebacker, he played great. He's going to come over here. He's going to continue playing great. He played like ass. Don't the Ravens know what they have, and the Ravens know what the type of players they have. They wouldn't let great players go. So, I'm not saying C.J. Mosley's not great. I wanted C.J. Mosley, but all I'm going to say is beware. Buyer beware. Okay? Terrell Suggs, speaking of linebackers slash pass rushers for the Ravens, is going to the Cards, 1 year, $7 million. I'm wondering why all of a sudden everyone's leaving the Ravens. Suggs, C.J. Mosley, they cut Weddle. Speaking of cutting Weddle, they wanted Tyrann Mathieu. They didn't get Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu goes to the Chiefs, 3 years, $42 million. It's a nice move. Having him paired with Eric Berry, it's going to be a very dangerous defense. They're trying their hardest to fix what cost them to go to the Super Bowl. Because, goddamn, that defense just stalled. So they're trying to fix it to, stop that from happening again, because they could have beat the Patriots if they could have just got one stop. They would have won into the Super Bowl, and we would have enjoyed that Super Bowl a little bit better. Also, we have Sheldon, the defensive tackle from the Vikings. He's going to the Browns, 3 years, $39 million, $21.5 million guaranteed. He's being paired with Olivier Vernon. Browns are also trying to bolster up that defense. They're trying to make that defense really good. Trying to make their team better in general. Look out for the Browns. Browns were coming up. Even they won more games than anyone thought they were going to win. And just look out for the Browns. They're making good moves. We'll see what happens in the draft, but look out for the Browns. And then DeSean Jackson gets traded back to the Eagles for a 6th round pick, and the Eagles get a 7th. So it's like, they switch picks. Bucks get a 6th. Eagles get a 7th, and DeSean Jackson. I put this in my video yesterday as the pinned comment. Essentially, the Eagles wanted Kenny Stills from the Dolphins, but the Eagles weren't offering enough for Kenny Stills. So I'm thinking, if the Eagles gave the Bucks a 6th, what were they trying to give to Kenny Stills, who, to me, he's not as fast as DeSean Jackson. He is younger. He's 26. DeSean Jackson's 32. Big difference. So, if they would have offered up like a 4th, then I think that's what maybe the Dolphins were looking for, because if they're giving a 6th to the Bucks for DeSean Jackson, what did you offer the Dolphins for Kenny Stills, who's about 6 years younger than DeSean Jackson? And then this literally just broke. Hold on. Let me check my Twitter again, see if any other news. Then the other news that broke literally about a half hour ago is Teddy Bridgewater is going to re-sign with the Saints. Supposedly, now this is all rumor and speculation, that the Dolphins offered him more money, but he decided to stay with the Saints because he liked the culture in the locker room. But Armando Salguero said that Dolphins weren't really a big player for Teddy Bridgewater. When it comes to that stuff, I tend to believe Armando Salguero, because he really does have that inside locker room and inside source. And he's like 7 out of 10 times is right with what he says. So I'm going to believe him that the Dolphins really weren't going for Teddy Bridgewater. They might have offered him a certain contract, and it might not have been as high as he wanted it to be. But so Teddy Bridgewater is going to resign with the Saints. Again, what I keep hearing, and I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear it, and a lot of you guys are like, why? Is that the Dolphins, the vet that they're going to go for is Tyrod Taylor. Now, does that mean Tyrod Taylor is going to start for the Dolphins? No, but he's going to be that veteran in the quarterback room. I feel like the Dolphins are going to draft a quarterback in like the 3rd round, maybe. Maybe they'll get Tyree Jackson from Buffalo, which would be a pretty cool pickup in the later rounds. They got Falk, they got Ruddick, and then they'll bring in Tyrod Taylor and then draft a quarterback later. And then, probably next year go real hard for Tua. Do I like that, strategy? I like Tua. Tua's playing lights out, but you can't put all your chips in one basket, because what if Tua gets injured? Or what if Tua craps out? Or what if, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like that's the way the Dolphins are going. They're not going to tank. They're rebuilding. But that's the news so far today. Ton of moves. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Again, tonight I'm going live at 6:30. So if any more news or notes happen, we'll talk about it literally together. So mostly the things that I noticed is JaWuan James got overpaid by the Broncos. C.J. Mosley got overpaid by the Jets. Anthony Barr's going to the Jets. So the Jets have a really good linebacking core, but I'm hearing that they're going to take Anthony Barr and put him as a pass rusher, which he played in college, but not how he succeeded in the NFL. Like, they're trying to convert him back is what I'm hearing. I don't know about that. But yeah, those are the biggest news. And then Tyrann Mathieu going to the Chiefs. That came out of left field. I didn't expect that to happen. But yeah, that's the biggest news is JaWuan James, C.J. Mosley, Anthony Barr. So comment below, and we get to one of you guys' comments of the day right now. This one comes from Chris Kyle. I don't trust you. 2 first names? Don't trust you. It's a saying. Don't take it personally. I'm just kidding. It's a saying. And he says to me, I have a feeling the Dolphins won't really make many moves, if any, before the second and third wave of free agency. What you think, Dougley? I agree, 100%. Dolphins, like I told you guys, aren't making the big money splash moves anymore. They're not trying to go with the Mike Wallace, the Ndamukong Suh, the big, ridiculous free agency moves that tend to not pan out for the Dolphins. What they're doing is they're being very conservative, especially with their money, and they are waiting and seeing for players to get cut, getting the solid players. Like I said, expect the Dolphins to potentially go for defensive tackle Malcolm Brown from the Patriots. Expect the Dolphins to wait out and see the first wave come and then get solid players. You don't hear anything from Ronald Darby, the corner that I liked. Le'Veon Bell says he has a bunch of teams that he's mulling over. These big players are still on the board waiting. I think that's what the Dolphins are doing. They're sitting back waiting. They're reaching out to players. How much are you willing? This and that. So with the Dolphins, they're just doing a wait and see approach. They got Dwayne Allen, the tight end, which is a solid pickup. So right now the Dolphins aren't trying to break the bank. They aren't trying to be big and flashy. They're trying to build and win, not now, but for the future. And you can see the difference between what the Dolphins wanted to do and what Adam Gase wanted to do, who just took all $100 million or so of the Jets' money and are just throwing it at players. C.J. Mosley, Anthony Barr, the guard from the Raiders, all of these players, they're just throwing money at them. Let's win now. Let's go. The Dolphins are in rebuild mode. The Patriots are, on the way down with, Tom Brady getting older and Bill Belichick and, Buffalo, it'll be between the Jets and Buffalo to win the division. That's what the Jets are probably thinking. That's what everyone's probably thinking about this division. And yeah, sure. When it comes to free agency and when it comes to winning free agency, I noticed that winning free agency doesn't tend to win you games. Look at the Eagles with their dream team, with Vince Young and, all those guys. And it tends to not necessarily always pan out. That's why I'm not being a hater. I told you guys that the C.J. Mosley, Anthony Barr going to the Jets was surprising. And I was like, wow, that's, good for them. But you know how certain fan bases get. And I'm not saying that the Dolphins don't do it, but there's certain fans in fan bases that when stuff like this happens, they're just like, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're winning the division. We're going to the playoffs. We're the greatest. We're doing it. Da-da-da-da. But, for me, I'm the type of fan that I'm a wait and see, low expectation. I prefer to be surprised than let down. So like I said, the Dolphins are they're just sitting back. If a very solid player comes out or gets cut that is a reasonable price and will be with the team for a long time and can build off that player, Dolphins will go for him. But as of right now, that's the news I got for you. Let me check my Twitter before I end this video. Nope, no new news. So everything I got for you so far is what's happening. There's no news on Wake, Ryan Tannehill, Devontae Parker, Quinn. There's no news on those guys. Though, no one's been cut. No one's been fifth-year option rescinded. No one has signed anywhere. So when that news does happen, If it does happen, maybe I'll make a phone video where I can just straight upload it instead of editing it like I'm doing this. But no news so far, but do follow me on Twitter. I know yesterday I said that to you guys, and like a good amount of you started following me on Twitter. I was like, my Twitter started like follow, which I greatly appreciate. But you guys can see the ones who did follow me. You know, I was out doing things yesterday, and when stuff was happening, I was retweeting it. So you guys knew, I knew. That's why I'm talking about it today. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. If nothing huge happens, then I will talk about it in the live stream later tonight. But yeah, stuff happens, I'm going to retweet it. So you guys know, like the Teddy Bridgewater just happening, I retweeted it while I'm recording this. So yeah, go head over and check out the Bit Boys if you like those video games types of stuff. If you're into the Let's Play community and all that stuff, go check it out if you like it. Subscribe, share it, help us hit 400 subs. We're almost there. Give this video a thumbs up because I'm liking the direction the Dolphins are going right now. What's going on in the NFL right now is people are overpaying for talent. You know, JaWuan James isn't worth 4 years, $52 million. I don't necessarily think CJ Mosley was worth 5 years, $85 million. I wanted him a lot, but $17 million a year, it's a lot of money. I really think that a lot of people are overpaying, and the Dolphins are playing it smart for once. They're saying, all right, well, we're interested in you. We want you. Oh, you want that much? All right, fine. You know, Ross isn't throwing his money around, and I think now it's going to pan out. Is it flashy? Does it make the fans happy? Most likely not, but it makes me happy. I like what they're doing. So give this video a thumbs up because we're going in the right direction. We're building the right way, and we're building for the future. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Like I said, live stream tonight. I'll make another video tomorrow and then live stream tomorrow night. I got a lot planned for you guys. Draft. So free agency starts tomorrow, and then we still have to work towards the draft, which I got a lot planned for that. We have so much stuff planned and ready. So subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'll see you guys later tonight, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM. So I'll see you guys later tonight, live stream. We'll hang out, talk about these moves, talk about any other moves that happened. But other than that, see you guys later. Stay classy. Fins up.